a complete QRS complex consists of Q wave, R wave, and S wave. However, all three waves may not be observed in all leads, and there is also variation among leads. Some leads may contain all three waves, while others display only one of the waves. Regardless of the visibility, the wave that represent ventricular depolarization is called QRS complex. Naming of the waves in QRS complex is easy, but occasionally misunderstood. The following rules apply when naming the QRS complex. A deflection is called a wave only if it passes the isoelectric line, the line between the end of T wave and the start of P wave, or TP segment. The deflection above the isoelectric line is a positive wave, and the deflection below the isoelectric line is a negative wave. The first negative wave is called Q wave. If the first wave is not negative, that QRS complex does not have a Q wave regardless of the appearance. All positive waves are called R wave. If there is more than one positive wave in QRS complex, the first positive wave is simply called an R wave, the second is called R prime wave, and rarely the third wave is called R bis wave. Any negative wave occurring after R wave is called an S wave. Large waves are represented by their capital QRS, and small waves are represented by lowercase qrs. Generally, the amplitude of the deflection more than 3 small squares is considered large wave, and less than 3 squares is considered small deflection. Monophasic QRS complex is a complex when there is only one wave present in a QRS complex. When there is only one positive wave, it is simply called an R wave. Sometimes QRS complex does not have a positive deflection and has only single negative deflection, then it is called QS complex. Biphasic QRS complex contains 2 waves, QR, or RS. The large waves are written in capital letters, and the small waves in lowercase letters. When the amplitudes of both positive and negative deflections are roughly the same, capital letters are usually used. Triphasic QRS complex is a complex when there are 3 waves present in the QRS complex. In this figure, a smaller Q wave is followed by a larger positive R wave, and finally a small negative S wave. In this figure, a smaller positive R wave is followed by a negative S wave, and finally a larger positive R wave, and is called RSR prime. In this figure, the negative deflection does not pass the isoelectric line, and therefore, it is termed RR prime. If there is an indentation in a wave, it is called notched wave. This figure shows notched R wave. QRS complex with additional spikes or indentations is called fragmented QRS complex. I hope you enjoy this video. Thank you for watching this video. Stay safe and healthy.